set from West Lafayette, Indiana. But not before Jeffrey Anderson gets everybody ready.
Yeah, got to carve space out.
And it will be Maryland with a basketball again. They are coming off an impressive win against Ohio State on Thursday. Here's their five-star freshman, Queen, but he's a little out of control.
They cleared out that whole side, and Cam Heide hung in there. Got a good contest on Queen's dribble drive.
Purdue, that tough loss at Penn State we talked about Thursday, 81-70 with all those turnovers, the most they've had in 5 seasons. In the corner, open three. A good look, but off the mark. Look at Heide flying through, but we're going to head the other way.
It's going to be interesting to see just how can Purdue execute against pressure defense coming off a game on Thursday where they did not handle it well.
They're back home in the friendly confines of Mackey Arena. 79th consecutive sellout for Purdue in this building. There's Jacoby Gillespie, one of the talented transfers, getting inside. A whistle before the shot, so it'll be an underneath out of bounds.
Well, containing the bounce for Purdue has been an issue, especially with dynamic guards. And Jacoby Gillespie is about as dynamic as any you're going to see. A real electricity in his game.
Yeah, Kevin Willard's done a great job rebuilding this roster. They're trying to get a 9-1 start. Would be their best over the last 5 years.
You just look at the depth of the roster, even with the guys coming off the bench. They're experienced, they understand their roles. I thought Tafari Gapari was just phenomenal against Ohio State.
And here's Gillespie lining it up off the mark, and a weak side rebound to Lawyer.
Boy, Purdue lucky right there. They lost track of Gillespie. He's shooting 39% from 3.
Braden Smith getting in the air, then having it knocked out of bounds.
Well, something to watch for. That's the second possession now where we've seen Braden Smith come off a ball screen. Maryland in that drop. Braden Smith has had a lot of success against drop coverage throughout his career. Penn State was aggressive. They were up just like Marquette, hard hedges. But there's that drop, and we'll see kind of how Maryland plays that throughout this game.
Braden Smith, this time he'll stop and pop off the back iron. Braden Smith, of course, preseason Big Ten Player of the Year. So good at distributing the basketball.
His number is off the bounce down from last year. Not shooting as well, but he's very capable. And this guy very capable as well. Rodney Rice, 3-level scorer. Not shooting it great from 3 the last couple games, but he's been really efficient from 2.
Virginia Tech transfer, getting Maryland on the board. A little over 90 seconds in.
Maryland will mix and match their defense. A little 2-3 zone here.
They move the ball so well around the arc. Heide will let it fly. In and out. Whoa! Miles Colvin, hello! The sophomore from Indianapolis can fly. And he ties us at 2 with an emphatic putback dunk. That gets Mackey energized. Here's Queen. 18-footer, yes, he's got everything in his game.
Yeah, I think Kevin Willard said it best. He's not going to be here very long. Purdue trying to load up on that post double. You got Trey Kaufman-Renn leaking over. One way to beat that, just shoot right over the top of it.
He leads him in points and rebounds, and he's second in assists for Maryland as Derek Queen. That's how good this young freshman is. Whoa, Smith. How about that pass? But Kaufman-Renn off the mark. Queen leads the break, gives it up to Rice. Back down inside, off of Reese, and Purdue will get it. Well, let's go back to that Colvin dunk.
Well, if Maryland's going to go zone, you've got to find a body, even though you're not matched up. No one finds Miles Colvin, and he just comes sprinting in from the perimeter and throws this thing down.
Braden Smith, great feed. Heide, up and in, and the foul. Cam Heide, good to see him get an early bucket. Pretty quiet the last 2 games, just 2 points. Didn't even have a field goal in those efforts.
They need him to be aggressive. Early on in the season, was kind of the odd man out with Daniel Jacobson. With the Jacobson injury, he's gotten much more time and for the most part has played much better.
Gillespie, high arcing and down for Jacoby Gillespie.
He's got a Steph Curry-like arc on that shot. You just think about opening up that rim. Miles Colvin getting pushed off on the dribble handoff. He's way behind. Gillespie makes you pay.
He can fill it up, folks. He had a game-high 23 in that win over Ohio State earlier this week.
Purdue trying to really use the ball screen to beat this 2-3.
Kaufman-Renn leaning. Good defense there by Queen.
Derek Queen with that length didn't even jump and block that shot.
Miguel on the wing. Rolls around and out. But Maryland is a much better three-point shooting team than a year ago.
No question. Last year they were just hoping for anybody to make a shot. It's a totally different deal this year in College Park.
Kaufman-Renn, pretty left hand.
That's the area of his game where he's really worked at it. Getting to that left hand, going to that right shoulder. First 2 seasons, we saw Trey Kaufman-Renn all right hand.
There's the left hand from Gillespie. And he knocks down both at the line.
You think about having to replace a guy like Jameer Young, and then the Maryland staff just doing a phenomenal job of locating Gillespie. It's been a great addition to this team, and there's Maryland turning that pressure up.
It will draw a foul on Jacoby Gillespie, but again, this is going to be something to track. Maryland heating the ball up against Purdue. Yeah, they replaced Jameer Young. They do that so well. They improve their shooting. They get Derek Queen, who you can't teach the talent that he has.
No.
They've really kind of fixed all their holes.
No question about that. The shooting still 33%. First half really good against Ohio State. Second half not nearly as efficient. But last year it was such an issue to spread the floor.
Shot clock at 5. Braden Smith.
Oh, what a pass.
A feed. Oh, missing the bunny. There's Burgess. The other direction, Gapare. Robbie mentioned him. He's been given good minutes off the bench. Number 6 for Maryland. Rodney Rice sizing up Burgess, giving it up. Miguel tries to split him. Can't finish. Up ahead for Lawyer. Lawyer attacks and deals. Jakari Harris has it knocked out of bounds. That's freshman on freshman, and 2 good ones there. Queen defending Harris on that play.
We talked a lot about Derek Queen's offense, but his ability to move laterally, defensively, to switch 4 ways and hang in there with plays, it's pretty impressive to see the way the big fella moves.
Yeah, it's a different game than Julian Reese.
No doubt, and that's why they can coexist together.
Tough fadeaway shot.
Good rebound by Deshaun Harris-Smith.
My goodness. He just ripped it away from Burgess.
He's got great size, and certainly coming off the bench and playing the point has been a good thing for him.
They're working around Gillespie. Here is Queen. He hasn't made a three-pointer yet this year. He can do this. Well, he traveled. He didn't think he did, but Jeffrey Anderson got him for it.
Looked like maybe a shuffle of the feet in the spin move. Still, the nimbleness of Derek Queen. We're going to see. There's balls up. Well, I don't know. That could have easily been a play on.
Yeah, but instead, second turnover for Maryland. I thought Kevin Willard said it best when they asked about Derek Queen after the last game. He said, look, you're watching a pro right now at the college level.
Yeah.
And as you said, he won't be here long, so Terp fans enjoy it. Down inside, here's Burgess. In the corner, Braden Smith, and Purdue's having trouble finding the long-range touch. They missed all 4 of their shots from deep so far. Reese, catch and release short.
Kind of short-armed it. He cleared out that side. Reese got a good look, and he's certainly done a better job this year of expanding his game a little bit out to that 13, 14 feet area.
How about that nifty move by Smith?
But just so physical there with Jay Young. And Young, a guy that's come in here, played his role, guards the basketball, can make a 3. Nice job by Braden Smith at getting to his body and grinding that dribble drive out.
First bucket for Smith. He only had 6 points, got in foul trouble last game. Here's the turnover. 3-on-3 up top. Oh boy. Goaltending. They're going to count the bucket by Heidi. If he would have been able to slam that, it would have been an unbelievable play.
Well, Cam Heidi is such a good athlete here. You throw it up to him. Gapare is right there with him. Both those guys high flyers. Braden Smith showing the trust. This is quite the athletic play to go get this.
He fell pretty hard, but thankfully he got up. He's fine. Purdue's going to take out the freshman Riley Burgess, bring in the sophomore big man Will Berg. He is huge in there at 7'2", 260.
Let's see if Maryland tests him early. He's fouled a bunch here in the time that he's played, and Julian Reese more than capable of going to work on the block.
This man can go to work. Rice, long rebound. Purdue on the run out. Leaving it for Lawyer. Got it.
Well, you're wearing your Sunday best. I mean, this suit, they don't call you Gucci God for no reason. That's what all the analysts say that about you. You're the best dressed guy in this industry, man.
When you work with the voice of college basketball, Robbie Hummel, you've got to step your game up. Here's Gillespie trying to stop the 7-0 run with a step back. Boy, that's pretty.
But the space he's creating there, he's just breaking Jakari Harris off. I love Jacoby Gillespie's game, and that's just him going and making it a really tough individual play.
He has 8 of the 12 already for Maryland, does Gillespie. Lawyer taking Queen off the bounce, and he's going to pick up the second foul. Or no, that's the first foul, excuse me.
What a tough shot that was.
Kid from Greenville, Tennessee, was at Belmont the last 2 years, proved himself there, and now doing it at the next level in the Big Ten. Here's Berg, and there's that height advantage.
The one thing about Berg is he has been efficient on the year, 90% from the field. That's a pretty tough bucket on Julian Reese.
But on the other side, Rodney Rice from the wing.
Well, you get some dribble penetration, and Rodney Rice just 3 of 16 from 3 coming into this game. He can certainly make shots from the perimeter, but good to see him get that going and dial one up.
Maryland, 3 early threes. This one just inside the arc for Lawyer. Short. Here comes Queen, and he is bumped.
12-0 points in the paint for Purdue. Maryland is the #2 team in the Big Ten and #11 team nationally in points in the paint. So that's been an interesting development. And then Purdue just 1 of 5 from 3, but 6 of 11 from 2. Maryland with no offensive rebounds thus far, and that's certainly an important stat to track.
That's a missed opportunity in the paint. Reese, though.
There you go. Reese getting on the glass.
But somehow he lost it. Lawyer comes away with it. 4 Maryland turnovers. Braden Smith, what a good shot fake. And the 18-footer drops down.
Well, against that drop coverage, it's on the guard to get over. Great shot fake there. Gillespie goes flying by, and Braden Smith drills it.
There's Gillespie. He has been the offense so far, finding Queen, and Queen finding the bucket.
But I love the way that Maryland and Kevin Willard empty out that backside. You've got that 2-man action, and when it's just Derek Queen, well, that's a tough guard for the big to handle the ball handler and then get back to Queen and handle him.
Purdue able to get it in here out of the timeout. Again, the Boilers 7-2. That #8 ranking figures to drop after the loss at Penn State. Yeah, that is a double dribble on the freshman C.J. Cox.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
4 of 9 from 3, just 5 of 14 from 2.
And again, it's a team that last year, folks, shot less than 29% from long range. One of the worst in the country. Gapare missing.
But another look at the rim. I would have liked Gapare to let that fly. Made a couple threes against Ohio State, but a guy that can put it on the floor as well. Maryland just not converting at the basket.
Again, this is where they've done their damage. Rice left it short, got it back. Second time works.
Well, Braden Smith was there rotating to try to contest that 3, but he ran through the play. Rodney Rice following that shot and getting it to go on the second time.
That allows them to set up that backcourt pressure. Trey Kaufman-Renn back on the bench with those 2 fouls. Now Burgess couldn't catch it clean, and he gives it up here to Foster Lawyer.
It was kind of a confusing thing after the screen. He was in between rolling and popping.
Fletcher Lawyer off the heel there at the end of the shot clock.
Good defensive possession there by Maryland, just locking in and giving Purdue nothing.
Gillespie gets it back. Oh, Euro step almost traveled. Matt Painter surely wanted to walk. Gapare loads it up. A push, and that's going to go against Maryland and Deshaun Harris-Smith. 27-25 Maryland here out of the under 4 media timeout.
We don't all have 15 seats to choose
All
from.
right. Let's see if Purdue can find some better offense to choose from here. Both of these offenses continuing to struggle a bit. Braden Smith, that is a tough fadeaway shot.
And it's about as well defended as you can hope for. If you're Maryland, man, you just tip your cap and you go back and play offense.
9 points, 4 assists for the preseason player of the year in the conference. Jay Young getting some minutes here off the bench. That rolls down. There's Selton Miguel, the 5th-year senior.
Well, Jay Young getting great penetration off that ball screen dribble drive, getting to the middle of the paint. That defense collapsing, and he sprays it out there. Miguel, 3 straight games in double figures, starting to get comfortable.
And between those two guys that connected on that basket, Young and Miguel, one a 5th-year senior, the other 6th-year in college, a lot of experience. First run. Oh, he missed the jam. We've had several missed dunks in this first half. And then Miguel on the other end.
You miss a layup or a dunk, it's going to lead to a run out on the other end. Caleb First looking to go aggressively there, but he gets back iron, and Maryland takes advantage.
So a 5-point lead. No team has led by more than 5. It's been tight from the start. Yeah, that's going to be a hold in the second on Deshaun Harris-Smith. Yeah, clean whistle for Jeffrey Anderson, James Breeding, and Keith Kimball so far. Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's got 2 of the fouls, and he continues to have a slow start today.
But Purdue will take that look. You get him to the middle of the floor with his right hand. Green kind of almost allowing it to happen. I'm surprised he's not shading harder to his left shoulder.
4 points so far, 2 of 7 for Trey Kaufman-Renn. NBA range for Gapare, and a long rebound to Lawyer. Braden Smith feeding back into the big fella.
Oh, what a block.
Oh, recovery by Queen.
And pulled the chair out and then elevated quickly.
So athletic is Derek Queen, the man they call DQ.
He's worked on his body a lot since high school. He looks great.
Deshaun Harris-Smith wild, and a rebound by Miles Colvin. Purdue avoiding the turnover, and then First finishes.
That was great defense from Miles Colvin. Gets a piece of that thing, starts the break, and this time Caleb First finishes the deal.
Second Big Ten game for both of these teams. Purdue trying to avoid an 0-2 start at conference play. And Queen gets bumped, and he will go to the line, and he has a couple of words for the paint crew, the student section here. He announced his presence from the start. That first game of the year, he had 22 points and 20 rebounds.
You get 20 rebounds in a college game, especially one at this level, man. That is so impressive.
And to do it as your first ever game?
Yeah.
Inside of a minute. Smith. And there's Queen with 10 rebounds. Wait, there's a foul. 1-1 for Kaufman-Renn. He knocks down the first. He got the bounce, so he will be able to exit. We'll get you the State Farm halftime report in less than a minute. Stay tuned for that. Right now, Maryland up 3 on Purdue. Gillespie trying to drop it off. Knocked down. It'll stay on this end.
Ja'Carr Harris got behind, but he stayed in the play. And because he didn't give up on it, he was able to get a fingertip on that basketball and knock it out of bounds. Gillespie can burn it, man. His quickness is really impressive.
He had 8 points early, but since then Purdue has turned the water off on Jacoby Gillespie. He's looking to attack here. Long rebound, and Maryland will keep it. Still about a 10-second difference, shot and game clock. Queen will set the screen and then roll, and then dish. There's Rice. And Reese was being held by Lawyer. Yeah, Queen set it up for Gillespie. But now Purdue will have a chance for one final shot. Braden Smith Three for Harris is blocked by Reese. Taken away.
Gillespie.
Yeah, Gillespie read it. And then on the other end,
wow.
what a tough finish.
Boy, get to the body of Cam Heide and then switch hands to the left there. That was beautiful by Jacoby Gillespie.
Wide open. They left Lawyer. You cannot leave Fletcher Lawyer that wide open.
Yeah, you get two on the ball and just no one matching up for Maryland. Good recognition by Braden Smith, but that's a definite breakdown.
Keep in mind, folks, Purdue hasn't started 0-2 in conference play in 11 years, trying to avoid that today. 6 turnover for Maryland. Here is Trey Kaufman-Renn, and a foul against Reese defending it.
Boy, Jacoby Gillespie just shooting right through this passing lane, and look at the way he's going to find the body of Heide, and then there's that adjustment to the left hand. That is beautiful stuff. Couple guys on the basketball, you leave Fletcher Lawyer open. This is a guy that's shooting 54% from 3. Cannot lose track of him.
Now 54% is pretty good. Heide can light it up as well, but that time off the mark.
Well, Purdue just 3 of 12 from 3 now. They've had some good looks. Some of them have been well defended by Maryland. That Maryland defense is stout. Top 10 nationally in defensive efficiency. But Purdue ice cold from the three-point line this afternoon.
Gillespie into Reese. What a spin.
And you got tripped there.
Those two, and Kevin Willard talked about it before the game, Robbie, they're learning how to play together, Queen and Reese.
And you saw them against Marquette where they really couldn't at the end of that game. And Marquette's really good, but this is going to be a process, but they are making strides and getting better at doing just that.
Around the glass, they are so dangerous. That time, Reese with the tap back.
Maryland's really taken this crowd out of the game. You know, Mackey Arena can be such an asset, and it just hasn't gotten going. Three-pointers not falling, and Purdue kind of searching for some rhythm on offense.
Again, a 42% three-point shooting team coming in, but as Robbie documented, struggling today. Smith had it poked for, look at Queen! But he lost it out of bounds, but you're not going to see many guys at 6'10", 250 that can do that.
And then getting on the floor, I just love watching Derek Queen play. So much ability on offense, competes defensively. You know, sometimes you think about five-star recruits, you can't get them to play well on this end of the floor, and that's not been the case. Kevin Willard has gotten full buy-in. He's going to be probably a lottery pick. I don't think that's a profound statement.
Careless turnover. Matt Painter putting his hands on his head after that pass. Yeah, think about Derek Queen last year at Montverde Academy. Played with Cooper Flagg of Duke, Robert Wright of Baylor, Liam McNeely of UConn. But I think there's a reason that team went 33-0 last year.
Yeah, they had good players.
It's unbelievable. In rhythm, C.J. Cox, another miss.
It's an open shot. Cox got it going. That was kind of the silver lining of the game at Penn State, was that he made some jumpers.
Lawyer against the taller Queen, puts it over his head.
It's a tough contested shot. Queen did a good job of contesting there, but better offense. Fletcher Lawyer crossover dribble and raise it up.
Down to a three-point game. How about Smith with a block? Rising at 6 feet to reject it. And then he'll try to tie it, and he does! Gillespie, no! And now Purdue can grab the lead. And if they do, the roof's going to come off Mackey, but Queen has other ideas. Through, and he lays it in to quiet the crowd.
That's a freshman making a massive defensive play. Purdue looks like they've got numbers, but Queen with that long reach, getting a hand on it, kept it high and scored the basketball.
And somehow he looks like he never breaks a sweat out there.
The game looks easy for him. Now, Jason Horowitz asked Kevin Willard last game against Ohio State why it looks so easy. He goes, because he's a pro.
Wow, Trey Kaufman-Renn counted and the foul.
Well, it's been too easy today for Trey Kaufman-Renn to get to his right hand. These Maryland bigs are not taking it away. You can see Julian Reese, that pivot there. Kaufman-Renn getting to it, getting some contact. And Braden Smith, what a defensive play. Gets the block. He brings this thing coming off this drag ball screen and just lets it go in transition.
And now Kaufman-Renn putting Purdue back in front. And you saw Trey Kaufman-Renn, little stare at Reese and Queen. There's been some jawing between the big men. Smith gives it up. Miguel short.
But really good activity there. Braden Smith in, gets out to contest. Trey Kaufman-Renn flying in. A good defensive possession there by Purdue.
Maryland got up by 7, but Purdue trying to go up 4 here. And Smith is catching fire.
There's that drop coverage, Brandon. Braden Smith is coming off, and he's looking for his own offense.
Timeout, Terps. So how will Maryland respond after the Kevin Willard timeout? Trying to get it into Reese. He's being held. And another wrinkle for Kevin Willard to get those two bigs playing well together. Deshaun Harris-Smith down inside. Queen with a reverse.
But I love the fact Deshaun Harris-Smith catches that with already momentum going to the rim. He's big, he's physical, and that full head of steam. He gets going like that. That's hard to guard.
There's that pressure, but Purdue able to get it across. Braden Smith having a great game, 15.6 assists. And knocked out, and they'll say off up Purdue.
Derek Queen is not afraid to get those hands involved. Caleb First not very comfortable handling the basketball, forcing that turnover. There's the Deshaun Harris-Smith momentum I'm talking about. He gets that running head start, makes something happen in the paint, just dishes it off.
Well, Kevin Willard took Deshaun Harris-Smith out of the lineup, but he says his attitude off the bench has been tremendous.
Yeah, and just more comfortable. He can run the show, he can play some point guard. And you think with Rodney Rice, just that shooting around these bigs, really good. And there's a shooter right there. Derek Queen, that 15-footer. That is pretty.
I guess the only thing, Rob, that he doesn't have right now is stepping back and hitting the 3.
And it's just a matter of time, because you look at the free throw stroke, you watch the 15-footer. He is a good shooter, and that range is going to expand out there. It's funny watching him shoot those 15-footers. He's got that back pedal like Marc Gasol used to do, right back down the floor.
Trey Kaufman-Renn. And a travel. Jeffrey Anderson is going to say that C.J. Cox shuffled his feet.
Some happy feet there off the ball fake.
Maryland trying to win here at Mackey Arena, something that few people do. For just their second win here since joining the Big Ten during the 14-15 season.
That 15 team was talented, man. They had some really good players.
Hard to believe they've already been in the conference a decade now. Down inside Miguel. Off the window for 2.
That help defense is coming over, and it didn't faze Selton Miguel at all. He gets downhill against Fletcher Lawyer. These Maryland guards. Miguel's got size. Rice can really score. Harris-Smith has size.
Teardrop, no. First on the other side. Yes! Tied at 48, and he'll go to the line.
Well done by Caleb First, and Purdue going with this bigger lineup because of Maryland's personnel.
Former Indiana Mr. Basketball saw a lot of time early in his career, but that's kind of dwindled. But Matt Painter says it has not discouraged his senior. Eleven ties, 9 lead changes. It has been a tremendous game so far here in West Lafayette. Gillespie drops it off. Queen with a kick out. Gillespie top of the arc. In and out. And they're going to get Purdue this time. That's Lawyer with a foul.
Fletcher Lawyer again matched up with Julian Reese. It's a tough cover to block him out, but I think if I'm Fletcher Lawyer, I'm asking the officials, what am I supposed to do? This is what you're taught to block out. Reese leaving his feet, and they're calling that because of the whole undercut rule.
Second foul on Lawyer. Queen trying to get it over the top. Instead, he'll just rip it and drive it.
Well, they're looking to go high-low, but that's not there. And Derek Queen just ripping right down that seam.
He's got 16 and 9, and he got poked in the face. We're going to have to take a look at Derek Queen.
Hope he's okay. Looks like maybe Caleb first gets him a little bit there. This will be a better angle. It's not like a finger got him, though. That's kind of a weird play.
Yeah. Or the forearm elbow area.
A lot of the times when you see that happen, you can see that the hand is just draped on someone's face. That wasn't the case there.
But this is rare without Queen and Reese on the floor.
Trey Kaufman-Renn was going to be in our laps right there.
I would have run for the exits. Lawyer scored a tough finish. They took a shot in the unmentionables there to put Purdue back up 51-50. He's okay, though.
Thanks, Doctor.
The Lawyer name will live on in the corner. 3 for Rodney Rice.
But a good screen there. That flare action, you get Rice to the corner. Good recognition by Maryland to hit him and let it fly.
Gosh, this is great action here these last 5 minutes. Little lob, and Heidi throws it down. Rice gives it up to Gillespie. Geronimo sets the screen. Gillespie driving, hanging. Battle for it. And it's going to lead to a tie-up. Oh, boy. Oh, up top. They throw it to Gapare, and he tried to slam it and got fouled.
He had a couple dunks against Ohio State that were real wow moments, and that's going to be a weapon all season long for Kevin Willard. Just let Tafara Gapare go upstairs and get it. Little back screen action, Purdue not handling it well, and man, if Trey Kaufman-Renn doesn't get a piece of the arm, that's going to be showtime.
That is the third foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn, so keep that in mind. Remember, Julian Reese for Maryland on the bench with 4 fouls.
But this second half, Brandon, has been more of what we probably expect in this game.
1 of 2 for Gapare. Derek Queen is back out there after getting hit in the eye a couple of moments ago.
This is a lot more 2-3 zone than we've seen Maryland run. They've played a lot more man-to-man this season, but today that's not necessarily been the case.
Trey Kaufman-Renn, that's not his game.
Shot 60% from 3 on the year, but really low volume.
Yeah, it was just 3 of 5 before that. An 8-1 start in that win over Ohio State. They've looked pretty good.
Their talent is way better. And not to say that Jameer Young was not talented, because he really was, but the guys around him, it's just a different deal for Maryland this year.
Trey Kaufman-Renn is starting to come around in the second half.
I like getting him moving. Whether it's Reese or Queen guarding him, when Purdue gets him in some pick and roll situations, that short roll, that pocket pass, well done by Purdue.
Travel on Gapare. Back and forth we go in this seesaw battle. The 12 ties and 13 lead changes. Good pass. Harris on the baseline, navigating. And now Kaufman-Renn wants to go to work. Backing down Queen, using the pivot to perfection. That That's the Trey Kaufman-Renn that's been on display for most of this season. He's got 13 now. Gillespie driving dish.
Look at the way they're guarding Harris Smith. Fletcher Lawyer just in stopping the ball, and there's Derek Queen's first 3 of the year. It was just a matter of time.
Out of the timeout, Lawyer got a great look. And now a double-double for Queen with that rebound. Will Queen let it go again? Oh, okay. So he missed his first 11 in his college career from deep, and now he's hit 2 in a row.
Just picking and popping right there. Great recognition on the pass, but that is so tough to guard because Queen can hurt you inside, and now he's hurting you from the outside.
22 and 10 for the McDonald's All-American. Braden Smith to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He got it stripped.
Man, Gillespie saves a bucket there. Queen gambled, but Jacoby Gillespie on the help saves the day.
Well, we've talked about his shooting, but he's good taking care of the ball. He's good defensively. Gillespie, what a pickup from Belmont. Baseline, Miguel to Harris Smith, and Matt Painter takes a timeout. And since Reese went to the bench with 4 fouls because Queen has stepped up, they really haven't missed a beat.
No.
And they lead it by 5. Nobody in this game is led by more than 7. It's been close throughout. Braden Smith was hot to start the half. Let's see what he does here. Nice pass, Kaufman-Renn. Oh, Queen accidentally knocked it back in. But it will go to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He'll take it. Oh, I thought he was going to do it again.
But now it opens up this stuff. You've made a couple. You got to close out different. Now Derek Queen can drive it even more.
And Gillespie off the mark from long range. Braden Smith always with his head on a swivel. Kaufman-Renn attacking the freshman. Finishes.
What a strong take there. Good patience. Braden Smith so under control. Waits for that duck in, and Trey Kaufman-Renn finishes that play with some real physicality.
But after a quiet first half, Kaufman-Renn now has 17. And Queen doesn't get that one for deep. Purdue rebound.
Braden Smith with those long arms tipping that ball. Could have easily been a second chance opportunity for Maryland.
Over the top. You can't touch that.
Well, you get Derek Queen to commit. And Braden Smith, he's never shooting it to the last second. He's always looking for his teammates. That's a great find in the lane, back-to-back plays.
Back and forth we go in West Lafayette. And Braden Smith has a double-double with 15 and 10 assists. And that's going to go back to Purdue. About as good as it gets at getting a defender behind him and keeping him there.
No doubt. You just keep him right there and manipulate defenses.
Here he goes again.
Oh, look at that, man. Gillespie so quick to the ball.
And Purdue lucky to keep it. And then a three-pointer no good for Colvin.
But that's the thing. If you do gamble and you don't get it, it's going to be a 3 on the other side. Maryland fortunate.
Queen cross-court skip. What a pass that was. 3 off the mark by Miguel, though. 63-62. Now, this has been a treat today on a Sunday. In West Lafayette, a shoe is free. It fell off of Gillespie's foot.
I'm surprised they stopped play there.
Keith Kimball decided to call time. Maybe he felt like somebody might trip over the shoe.
I just feel like in these types of circumstances, a lot of the time, you just walked out of that thing. It's not like, I don't think somebody stepped on the back of his heel.
No, I was waiting to see somebody step on it too. Might need to tighten that a little bit, Jacoby. Oh, look at Derek Queen navigating. Lost it. Tries to get it back. and he throws it away. Braden Smith, he'll take it. Got it! And Purdue up 5 as Maryland looks for an answer. Rice tripped. Purdue basketball.
All of a sudden, turnovers really hurting Maryland. With that being said, even though Maryland turns teams over, it's not the same as Penn State. Penn State turns you over as well as anybody in this conference.
Boilers trying to bounce back from that 11-point loss in State College. Lawyer, open 3. Oh boy, missed it though.
That's a good look.
Heidi wanted a foul on Gapare, holding but no whistle.
Who will take a shot like that every trip down? Short roll and spray, good offense.
Gillespie up top for Queen. He collects and he scores it. Maryland needed that.
And that's again that open-sided pick and roll. There is nobody on the weak side to help. It has to be the strong side low man with the size and length of Derek Queen. That is such a tough guard.
That stops a 10-0 Boiler run as we approach the 4-minute mark.
That Braden Smith, Gapare was late.
Kaufman-Renn going to try to do it himself here. Got it back, lays it in.
He's stuck with it. Gapare's got that length, and Trey Kaufman-Renn, even though it was blocked, never gave up on the play.
Gapare took a good pop in the face as he recovers here. Gillespie. Yes, he's got 15 now.
That drop coverage, he comes off. Miles Colvin getting picked off. That's a Gillespie step-in 3. That drop coverage, if your guard doesn't get over the screen, it's going to be an open shot. We got drop coverage 3s everywhere.
Oh, goodness. What a game.
It's a foul on Cam Heidi.
If you're just tuning in, Julian Reese, senior, one of the leaders for Maryland, he's fouled out. So they're without him the rest of the way. But their freshman Derek Queen has been the story. Gillespie trying to curl it around. Heidi knocked it out with 12 to shoot.
Miles Colvin got back in that play because Gillespie, that first step is really quick. Heidi coming down here to crack down on Gapare. That was pretty quick, but hard to tell.
Gillespie rips and drives, splits the defenders, missed it though.
But got really high quality look right there. Big time Euro from Gillespie to find an open one, just didn't convert.
This, by the way, matches the largest lead for Purdue today. Trying to add to it. Here's Lawyer down inside, outside, Heidi, yes. He gives it up to Miguel, across the way to Rice. They got a pretty good look.
That's a shot that you'll take. Rodney Rice, a 35% three-point shooter. A good look there off the Miguel cut.
Braden Smith hung in the
his feet. He's fortunate there.
Maryland so dominant Thursday in that 24-point win against Ohio State. And they had the lead here for a lot of the game, especially early. But right now it's the Boilers who have the 8-point advantage. Smith patient, gets the screen. 3 to shoot. Left hand high off the window.
It doesn't get any tougher than that. Defender on your hip, Derek Queen on the contest. Braden Smith puts that to the top of the backboard with his left hand and finds a way to finish.
8-0 run, double-digit lead. Queen can't connect. And Maryland can feel it slipping away. And now this is where Braden Smith can just take some time.
They're going to bleed this clock, and it's going to be late pick and roll. Your best player make a play.
What a second half for Braden Smith, and now he's got 24 and 10. The 24 points, a new career high for him. 3 seconds, fade away three. Boy, if that would have dropped, it really would have been his day.
The Purdue blood clock didn't turn it over. You burned 30 seconds. Gapari so long. You got him there. You got Queen coming over. And Brandon, look how high that goes off the glass.
Unbelievable finish. Maryland needs something in a hurry, and Gillespie provides it.
Miles Colvin going under. I know that ball screen is high, but you don't want to give up threes right now if you're Purdue.
A final minute, you got to go ahead and foul, don't you?
I think so. You burn these 20, and you're down to 30 seconds. That's taking a lot of the time off.
They're going to play it out right now. Heidi.
That was smart by Cam Heidi.
And he says, let's take 10 more seconds off. Well, now you don't want to foul.
Matt Painter called a timeout.
Trying to get it in here. They do to Smith. Lawyer, long range. Missed it. Offensive rebound, though.
They have to foul.
In and out. Rare miss free throw from Lawyer. Miguel. Blocking foul. Count it. And Maryland is not done yet. And Miguel does complete the three-point play. 26 seconds remaining. They get it in the front court. Heidi all alone. He got fouled on the jam. He might be today's diamond in the rough.
No doubt. But, you know, he's going to have to be a player. Last 2 games, only taken 4 shots. In San Diego, he played at such a high level. A lot of ability, but Cam Heidi's got to find more consistency.
And now it's desperation time for the Terps. Queen driving, Queen slamming.
That's the thing about those threes going in. Now that shot fake looks a little different to defenders.
It gets it back down to 5, but only 11 remaining. And they will foul Heidi with 8.5 remaining. Took over the NCAA tournament's first year. Last year they struggled under 500. It looks like they're going to fall a little bit short here today. Miguel fading. It'll go, but it won't matter. And Purdue, well, they're going to foul here with a half a second, so we're not done yet. 20 free throws between the two teams, and a lot of those have come here in the last couple of minutes. And Purdue gets the 83-78 win over Maryland.